It's not perfect yet. Too many charges and too many amateurs. We're almost there. We're almost there. So what do you? Let's talk about that charge at the end of the.
I was going to say, in college basketball, I'll die on this hill too. Never advance the ball, because by taking it the full court, you get moments like this. And you know what? Even if he didn't make the shot, we would have gotten 5 more minutes of this stuff. I'm all in favor of having to take the ball the length of the court. I know there's some people who think I'm an idiot and who want to advance the ball on a timeout. You would have never had Chris Jenkins, and you surely wouldn't have had Jalen Suggs tonight. Give me full court basketball. Even if you call a timeout, you got to inbound your backcourt. You got to earn it. I don't like advancing the ball. I know I might be a clown, but I love the full court action, and I'm always going to be for it. It's provided moments like this one.
Yeah, the moment was dope. And that if a timeout was called for that, it would have took away from the entire moment. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Hey, sure. Shout out to Dixon Hariz. He's the biggest Zags fan Jamie knows. Shout out to you, Dixon. The Zags are going to the national title game, 1 away from 32-0. Do we have a line from Bet River Sportsbook for the Gonzaga-Baylor championship game?
Yes, we do. From Bet Rivers. How about this? Are you ready for this? I want to guess on what the line is. What do you guys think the line is?
I'm going to guess Gonzaga.
Throw it up in the chat too if you got it. What do you got?
Okay, my guess is Gonzaga -3.5.
Day?
I got Baylor -5.
Baylor -5 is what you think the line is? No, that's the other way. It's Gonzaga 4.5.
All right, cool. That's the other way. See, I'm off. I didn't know. I was guessing. Completely guessing.
Yeah, you had it backwards. It's,
all right, cool.
Rivers right now has it at Gonzaga -4.5. And the total, how about this? The total is 160. 160.
Oh, I like the over.
That's high. I'm going to bet the. You have to bet the over when these two. You have to bet the over. I do want to ask you guys though. So, I saw a lot of people kind of ranting and raving about the charge call at the end, Drew Timme, when he took the charge against Johnny Juzang. How do you guys feel about that? Because I have an opinion, and I could go on a rant on this, but I want to give you guys the floor first because I feel like I've been ranting a lot on this. So, Dave, why don't you start? Did you think that was a charge? Do you have a problem with the call? Was it the right play? Where are you at on that?
It was nothing other. There was nothing else the referee could have called. I mean, if he had not called it, it would have been. It was too much contact to not make a call, and it wasn't a block because he was there. He waited for him, and he made the case of waiting for him like extremely far outside of the charge circle. So he had enough time. Juzang had enough time to get the ball out of his hands. He didn't. Kind of like lowered his shoulder a little bit toward the end, and it might not have been like the absolute best charge call, but it was a charge though. So
yeah, I agree. I saw some people complaining about how he has too many charges in college basketball and how it was a wrong call and this, that, and the third. And they're like, look, we have too many charges in college basketball, but I'm not going to complain about the one where Drew Timme is standing there for like a full 2 seconds. 2 seconds, like just runs right into him, right? Yeah. There's the issue with the charge call is when the help defender can slide underneath and take somebody's legs out and make it dangerous. And I don't think that this was that play. I don't like at all. I don't even think it was like.
I've seen so many other charges that have been called on the side of people, and that one was a clear charge to me. I mean, regardless of what anybody else said, I mean, just watching the play, he stood there for a legit 2 or 3 seconds before he ran him over. Even if he tried to sidestep him, it didn't matter. Like he still got him with his shoulder, and it was a charge. Like
it's a charge. What I don't understand is why you have Johnny Juzang, king of the mid-range, right? King of the mid-range. He hasn't missed a mid-range shot since 2020, right? Why don't you pull up from 8 feet right there? You got Suggs on your hip, right? You're 6'7". Why don't you just pull up from the mid-range, hit a little 8-foot floater right there, right? That's why you got that in your game. That's why you got the mid in your package, Day.
Man, he don't want it. He want to use your shot.
Anything like Da'Sean Butler, you're going to pull up with that shot. You're going to double clutch. You're going to throw all the way in the air. It's going to hit the front of the rim. It's going to hit the top of the backboard, and it's going to bounce in because that's how you do your game winners, right?
That dude couldn't get on the floor at Kentucky.
Right?
Insane.
Right? What?
Insane.
Kentucky and
Look at both of the guys.
Davion.
Look at both of the guys to transfer.
Sorry, come on, man. Come on, man. This is. I'm just telling you right now. If there's anything that this sport's teaching us right now, Blue Blood's got to adapt, man. Duke's got some things to work on. Kentucky surely does. UNC's going to get a new coach, man. But you know what the conclusion is? My conclusion tonight, in addition to everything, if you were wondering before tonight if this UCLA run was sort of fluky or a one-hit wonder, it's not. UCLA is back.
Yeah, that was a good team.
They're back.
McCarthy's done a great job.
I think a lot of it is going to depend on who stays and who goes for them. Because I think that both Juzang and Jaquez played their way into at the very least, the NBA draft conversation. I think Jaquez is a surefire NBA player. I don't know if he's a guy that would be drafted this year if he came out. I think Johnny Juzang is the kind of shot maker that you look for in the NBA. I don't know if he does enough of the other stuff well enough to be able to survive in the league. But when you got a guy that can shoot like that and that can create out of isolation like that and against closeouts like that, at that size, I think he's a guy that can play in the NBA.
No, for sure.
So the question is going to be, do they come back? Because if they come back, right, and you let this team run it back, because I mean, do they have a senior? I think Cody Riley's a senior, right? And then that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, if they run it back with this squad like that,
I'm taking a look right now.
That's
really,
a good team. Yeah,
that could be a good team because they already have that chemistry toward the end of the season to build on for next year. Like that'd be one of the harder teams to run into.
They only have one senior. You're right, and you know what? It's Chris Smith who went down. Cody Riley's actually a junior.
He's only. How was Cody Riley only? Maybe
he comes back. I'm not gonna
remember hearing about that kid when he was like a freshman from people on the West Coast. But if Cody Riley and Mark Vital both feel like they've been in school for 87 years, right?
Cody Riley's a bucket.
I'm pretty sure that Mark Vital was a freshman the same year that Anthony Davis was a freshman.
I'm just laughing at Basil who Rob Dauster. Only you would definitely appreciate this.
Oh, I saw it.
UCLA is back. I don't know. Can we flash that up? This is so.
Hell yeah, we'll flash it. That's my guy Basil. That's my guy right there.
Because of
freaking course.
Yeah.
There is not.
Who screenshotted that? Who screenshotted that? Was that you, Timme? Yeah.
And
all right. Let's
come back. Anybody could come back because this was a free year. But yeah, they don't have a senior.
All right. So let's talk about. Oh yeah, that's right. He was the guy that stole the shit with LiAngelo, didn't he?
Yes.
China. That's right. He's grown up though. Look, he's grown up, man. He's grown up.
Looks like it. Yeah.
He's grown up. He's grown up. Give him credit because he's grown up. All right, Fan, I'm going to tweet that picture of you with the glasses down, screaming.
Wait, hold on a second. Mark just said UCLA played the best they could possibly play. They lose 10 out of 10 times to Gonzaga. They lucked out the whole game. They did not luck out. You don't play that type of game and find yourself lucky. And the whole run wasn't lucky. Get out of here with that. I hate that take when people are like, they got lucky. Well, look, basketball's a make or miss and sometimes a lucky game. UCLA wasn't lucky tonight. They put together every piece they could have. They went punch for punch with one of the great teams in college basketball history. Don't talk to me about luck.
Yeah. There was no luck involved in this. Man. That was a great game, right?
They had a hard time guarding friggin' Tiger and Jaquez and all. They couldn't guard any of them. It was very difficult for them to stay in front of them. So that was nothing to do with luck. They were getting buckets. They scored 90 points.
Yeah, that was a great basketball game. That was an incredibly well played basketball game by both of the teams that played in it. All right, so let's talk about this national title game because this is the game we all wanted, man. Like that's the best part about this is that not only did we have this unbelievable game in the Final Four, but it means that we still have a shot at getting an undefeated national champion. And we still get Gonzaga Baylor, which is what we've all been pining for since like the second week of the season. We've been waiting 4 months for this. 4 months. And we got it. It's here. We're ready to go. So, Dave, why don't you start off? What do you think is going to be the key to this matchup, and what are you looking forward to the most out of this game?
Looking forward to the most. I would say I wonder how Baylor's going to get any interior scoring. Unlike UCLA, I mean, Cody Riley was like so dominant that they had to double him. I don't see that being the case for anybody on Baylor being double teamed. The thing I would say that Baylor has in this advantage is that the way the bench played today, where their guys came off the bench and just got instant buckets once they stepped into the game, is kind of something I feel they'd have the advantage over Gonzaga with. Now, Gonzaga's bench is definitely good, but Baylor is just, I kind of feel like they're a little too deep. They shoot the ball very well from the perimeter. They're going to get their guards going to get into Gonzaga's guards, similar to how Suggs gets into other guards. The Suggs is going to have it done to him a little bit this game, because I can't foresee that they put anybody else on Suggs except for Davion Mitchell. Like, I don't foresee anybody else guarding him, and I just think it'll be a lot for Gonzaga.
What's that going to be, by the way?
That's going to be a lot.
Oh,
it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm excited, like, just to see those, because we talked about this before. Like, Davion Mitchell is like extremely strong and explosive, but like just watching Suggs just like jump right out of us, like from the standstill to like like heading downhill is like, I can't even explain it. He's just a sick athlete. Like, Suggs is an amazing athlete. So I can't wait to see what that looks like.
Neither of them are human. I'm going to have to see birth certificates to prove that both of those guys are human beings, how athletic they are.